Okay, so first I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to attend my small meeting. As a sustainability manager for the salon, I wanted to discuss how we could all come together to create a greener, cleaner work environment.
No problem. Thanks for calling the meeting. Look forward to seeing what you have to say.
Thanks. Kathy, as the owner, I'm sure you want to know why the Reduce, Reuse, Recycle program is going to affect the running of the business and what effects it will have financially. The good news is that from the research I've gathered, there shouldn't be any financial loss with this project, and eventually it should encourage some savings.
Okay, can't argue with the savings.
The first area I'd like to cover is our product company's use and our product. Although we aren't using any organic and we aren't likely to change, there are still actions we can take and actions our suppliers are already taking. Our major supplier, L'Oreal, have already got quite a few goals in sustainability for the future. By 2020, they want to reduce their CO2 production emissions by 60% as well as their water wastage. They've also committed to a zero waste to landfill, reducing their transport emissions by 20%, and one of the greatest goals is to have 100% of their products be either environmentally or socially beneficial.
Wow, isn't that done?
Yes, so knowing our product company, which is a huge global company, can commit to these awesome tasks, I think a small business such as us can also commit to some reduction in our product usage and wastage. We can start with simple things like making sure all cardboard and recyclable material ends up in the recycling bin and not in the general waste. We can also make sure we're only using as much product as we actually need and not going overboard with our colour waste, which in the end results in more ordering. And think of the transport emissions and packaging we could reduce by being smarter with our products.
So we already are a bit more conscious of putting things in like waste in a container, not dancing.
Yeah, but maybe we can try and reduce that even more by maybe setting some weight goals. We weigh our colour wastage, and by the end of the week we can see if we better it every time. We could even have a little bit of fun and maybe make some rewards for this, a bit of a competition, and try and manage it as close to zero as possible. I think it's also important to consider taking our chemical waste, whether it's colour or cleaning products, to the hazardous waste drop-off centre set up by TAS. It's free to drop it off there, and there's one as close as Belconnen. That way we'll know it's being disposed of correctly and not ending up in a landfill. The EPA will also pick up any extra chemicals that the drop-off centre doesn't accept, and all for free. I believe these small steps will help to back up what our product companies attempt to have a more sustainable product life cycle.
It all sounds great, but why bother going to all this effort?
Well, I believe that if we strive towards being a more sustainable salon, it will have a knock-on effect with business performance. We all know that doing good makes us feel good. So if we as the staff feel proud of our business we work in, we will be more inclined to share our environmental stories with our clients, friends and family. This may encourage more people to make small changes in their daily life to be greener. Our clients will also feel good knowing that their salon they're coming to is a salon who also cares about their greater environment. Being sustainable is on the forefront of the global radar, and the general public do care about what is happening and who is trying to help. I believe the community will value our efforts, our products and our environmental credentials. The more people who hear about us becoming greener will also help to bring more clients to the salon, so it will be beneficial on the business point of view as well. I also researched the Recyclution program set up by TAS, where the local businesses can lead the way with new ideas on how to be more sustainable. The newsletter could also act as a free advertising.
I can see your point here and have seen other types of businesses advertising more environmentally, about being more environmentally friendly. I personally choose a salon that's got a global conscience.
Yeah, and as we are just one salon, I think it's a good time to set it all in motion now, not later. We can get it right, and then if you want to expand, it's already all the policies and plans have already been practiced and all fine-tuned. To make sure it's all running smoothly, we do need to have individuals covering certain areas in the salons. We can take a look at my strategy paperwork to see who I've outlined these for. So I've got a couple here for you guys to have a look at. So with product wastage, I thought, Kathy, you're already doing the product orders and you're already controlling how much income, like product is coming in and how much is going out. So it makes sense for you to probably be the one controlling how much wastage we're doing as well. That way you can see who's wasting what and how much is getting wasted. Also the disposal. So I thought that perhaps I could make sure that we've got correct bins for everything, recycling goes in the right place, plastic and bottles go in the right place, and just mark out half an hour at the end of the week just to drop them all off at the correct facilities. There's also the community, which I think is really important. If we're going to all this effort, they need to know why and make sure they know about it. So I thought, Fran, maybe because you've already got a few connections out there with the schools and all your after school stuff, you could maybe put the word out to the mums, go to the cafes, even a bit of online stuff so that the word really goes out there and people know what we're doing. So as long as you, Cassie, believe this is possible to work in the salon, I suggest you implement the ideas in the new week and come back in 6 months and see how it's all gone.
All right. Sounds like we've got it all figured out. Let's go ahead with your plan, give it a go, and we'll book in a date to come back and see how it has affected us and whether we'll continue.